So the last one is get them before they get you.
Yes. I can think of a time that we had just started dating. We had only been dating a few months, maybe a couple months, and my life was still really messy. And I did not have a lot of tools. And I remember having a conversation like, hey, I don't think I'm your gal. You've done a lot of work. I haven't. You've got too little. Like, I think, like me, really just, again, just like wanting to just end the relationship so that knowing that you were ahead of me in emotional awareness and tools and emotional health. And so just, I can think of that. Like, let's just end this now so I don't get hurt down the road.
Yeah, I almost process that for you as playing the nice guy as opposed to getting me before I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have endless stories for myself in the way that I processed getting other people before they got me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it could go back to that passive versus
Aggressive.
aggressive. So mine would have been a really passive approach in that situation. Mine was definitely coming from a victim mentality, right? How would you describe like from an aggressive approach?
Well, the absolute pinnacle of this for me, and I've shared this story with you before, but like when I think about get them before they get me, I was sideways with a coworker. And so I chose to put up a list, and the list was accurate, but it was
Oh, yeah.
backwards.
Yes. I remember you sharing this.
And so I knew that what I put up was correct, but you would only know it if you knew how I put it up, right? So I just flipped all the numbers. But because all the numbers could be read, like they were numbers for the horses, the tags that we identified the mares with, it was high enough that if you didn't know, if it was
Mhm.
212 or 213, sorry, 312 or 213, like both of those mares could likely be in the barn. Which one do you grab? For me, that was how far ahead. I'm like,
Yeah.
on the backside, I'm covering myself because I did my part very much. Like, it was more than just get them before they get me.
Yeah,
Like,
that's even be the problem.
yeah, there's so much I do not like that season of my life. Like, I don't even want to dialogue it laughing because of how much hurt that can create in people.
Sure. Yeah.
There's nothing about that that I'm proud of. But what I also will say is I'm grateful to have gone on this journey because we're all guilty.
Yeah.
When you look at the likes of a guy named Adolf Hitler, he played this at the highest level. Truth be told, today, that's what Satan's still trying to do is to get us before we can get to him. And so I say that with a lot of conviction because what's at stake is how much we're partnering with something that is already at play to steal, kill, or destroy the health and well-being of humanity.
Mm.
And so when I realized these games, I'm like, there's nothing that separated me from being on a trajectory of the likes of somebody like an Adolf Hitler. Nothing. I don't need the origin story to be the same as him. I was just partnering with fear in such a perverted and unhealthy, toxic way that I was very much on the same path to getting to that type of just sadistic, perverted perspectives and staying ahead. And so I can look at some of the seasons in my life where I'm like, if I don't get self control, there's nothing that's going to separate me from the likes of somebody like that.
Yeah.
And so getting somebody else before they get you, I understood that game because that was my go to as a person that lived in their head, as a person that was extremely intuitive. All of those giftings were just used to try to weaponize the relational equity. Again, to assure myself that at least I mitigated how much hurt I would be exposed to. So if I could just be exposed to a little bit less hurt than what I could project, then I felt like that I could get them before they got me. I mean,
Yeah.
that is the reality
Yeah.
of how I process that.